Bills surrounding prison reform could be up to vote in the Capitol this week, and money could be the reason why. I'm your state Capitol reporter, Alana Johnson, breaking down the financial but also the emotional impacts of those bills. Criminal justice and prison reform advocates have been at the very steps of the Capitol more than once. Advocates of the bill say it can give people a second chance after lengthy prison sentences, but that may not be the only reason behind the reform.
In Michigan, it's costing $48,000 a year to keep somebody locked up.
MSU professor Dr. Mary Morash says the figure can rise due to the number of people entering the 30 state prisons.
One reason for overcrowding is people who get very long sentences.
According to the 2023 state budget briefing for corrections, a little more than $1.6 billion is used towards physical and mental health care for over 32,000 prisoners, something State Representative Abraham Ayash mentioned in testimony for the Second Look legislation.
Can we find ways to bring people to justice while also being good stewards of state resources?
But when considering these bills, another group of advocates say it has a negative impact on others.
The promises made to survivors on the day that sentencing happens, that the defendant will not leave incarceration until a certain amount of time has passed. There's a minimum that they must serve.
Heath Lowry is a staff attorney and policy specialist with the Michigan Coalition to End Domestic and Sexual Violence. He takes a look at legislation that could impact survivors in our neighborhoods.
Productivity credits and second look legislation changes that date. And changing our promises made to survivors is not the way the state should go.
He says that while not all survivors may want the same result,
in the end, survivors are the one who didn't choose to be a part of this process. They were forced into it. So they should really be respected and treated with dignity throughout the process.
The bills could be up to vote during this week's final legislative session. I reached out to Governor Gretchen Whitmer on the topic, and I did not hear a response. At the Capitol, Alana Johnson, Fox 47 News.